Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Big Spotter and Lil Spotter both got an Ezel. Tiny Spotter got 19, rest in peace, Ezel. Shouts to the females representing EC. The brownies to the quotas, rest in peace, TT. Big Tommy's son on the 7, that's Stay Pops. Me and mine never bowed down to J-Box. And that's the coldest crip a nigga ever met. Coldest crip I ever heard about, better yet. 33rd Neverary, only time a nigga ran. On the land, go ask my nigga Ran. ECG unit, came up a little show. Got told on by that nigga Lil Show. Went on TV, the homies did BT Ugly. Got love for Infinite and Lil EC Buzzy. For death though, that mean to my dying day. EC, that's all I've been trying to say. EC. 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 Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. We got a special caller calling in. I text.
Turn that down. What up?
It's the deal, Murda. What's going on, loved one?
Hey, shit, what's up?
Hey, you heating the internet up right now, man. I see you everywhere. Every time I click on the internet, I see you, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Much love. What's going on? Big things.
Man. I just wanted to call you. I can't stay on the line, but I wanted to say, yo, I really appreciate you, and you don't even know why I appreciate you. You want me to tell you why?
Please do, brethren. Let me get my little blushing out, cause I'm about to blush. You fucking me up.
You probably don't even remember this. We was in this. I think we was in the studio recording for the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, and it was me, you, and God bless Prodigy in the
Rest in peace.
In the what they call that, the recording booth.
Okay.
And you was like, I'll never forget this. This changed my life forever, and I really gotta go. But this, I said I had to call Spider for this. You was like, yo, Mase, you really need to just forget what niggas think and be yourself, because it's not like you how did you say it? You said it's not like
street.
You a church nigga trying to be street. You just a street nigga that went to church.
How many street niggas ain't been to church?
Yo, and that changed my life, bro. I'm not gonna tell you.
You lying.
Before I used to be timid about what I believe and timid about how I'm gonna go about it. And now I just embrace it because I know who I am. I'm just a street nigga that went to church.
Man, there's so many of us, man. So many of us, man. Keep it a Google. I admire your courage to be able to stand in front of the public and express every phase of your journey. Everybody ain't got that much courage. When it's time for them to pray, they go in the darkest closet and cry and pray and want nobody to see it.
And then come out a gangster.
There you go. Yeah.
And then I used to, you know what I'm saying, just really try to just do rap, or then I would go through a phase of just going to church. And I realized now all of it is me.
Likewise.
How they embrace it or how they interpret it, that's their business. But I'm going to just be who I am, and that's it. And I'm having fun. When you hear what me and Killer and Kiss got, everybody go back to the drawing board. Everybody go back to the drawing board. That's and I'm right. Going, Spider.
Much love. I appreciate you, bro. I'm at you.
All right.
Shout out to Murda Mase for tapping in, man. These are the type of moments that keep me quite humble, man. Neighborhood Nip the Crip, rest in peace. Murda Mase, two of the individuals that give me the motivation just to stick to the script, do what I do, stay who I am, because They are two individuals who have established an extremely higher profile than myself, maintained it, been accepted by the other side of the industry, and I get at them the same way I've gotten at everybody, and they reciprocated the equal type of communication, holding me down, showing me love, no matter what they went through, what level they was on. They always tapped into me on the level that I felt like we deserved from one another. So I respect Mase in a way that a lot of people don't under, or understand. And before I make too much of the moment, I want to just thank him one more time and get back to the callers. I was getting a lot of feedback, so I muted everybody. I'm going to try to unmute everybody that was on the line already first before I get to that new caller. Yeah, I didn't know where the feedback was coming. Oh, wait, I think I just identified it. Is that you, Creep? If it's you, I ain't going to make no big old deal. 870, you the newest caller.
No, that's not me. I'm muted.
Okay, that's my nigga. 870, you the newest caller, man. Please break bread with me and my brethren.
You got Pastor Mase on the phone still?
No, he gone, man. He only had a quick moment. He gone. Shout out to Mase.
Yeah, shout out to the Pastor Mase.
Look, I've had a look even when it come to calling him Pastor Mase, I've had an extremely similar experience as Mase when it comes to spirituality and religion. I've been a full-fledged street nigga in the gang banging and all that, went to prison, came home, got baptized, stood up and was preaching to people, inviting my homies to church, and then I went right back to being who I was prior to that. So when I see the whole world analyze his experience from a certain perspective and cast judgment upon him, it's judgment that I cannot relate to. I understand the experience of going through a journey and a metamorphosis of spirituality that was given to you and being very innately desirable of doing what's correct, for tapping into something larger than yourself, and you're going the routes that people told you were prescribed to go. And just because you realize at some point that wasn't the correct right way to go does not negate you the opportunity to revert to a form of the individual you were prior to that. So I always respect his experience because it took
love. That's love that the homie called you.
On my mama, I appreciated that. On my mama. And I'm gonna tell you this. He one of the only niggas, I swear to God, who if he give me a number and that's the number, he keep himself accountable to giving me that number. Niggas will give you a number and act like they never gave it to you. Oh, blah.
Right, yeah, I just like that. He's solid with you. That's good. He ain't solid with Puffy, though.
Nah, matter of fact, this the thing. You know, I spoke to him recently, and I know that, you know, he say what he say publicly about what he said about, and he would prefer that's what's be said. So I'm gonna leave that at that. He came on here, he called in, he didn't address none of that controversial shit. He's very strategic how he addresses, so I ain't gonna even expound because I do have a personal insight on what's going on. I just appreciate Cuz tapping into the black box, just so y'all know.
Right, yeah, that was love.
Yeah, on my
that was love from the pastor for tapping in.
Especially at this moment when he one of the hottest names, you know, at least in the headlines of this shit. You dig it, lies?
Right. So you was really with your community, huh? So you really know celebrities in it.
This is why the fact that Murda Mase, Neighborhood Nip, maintaining a certain level of rapport with me no matter what their status is why it's so appreciated. Because there's many others that I would assume that would be in the same category that are not necessarily in that category. So that's why I appreciate those two individuals as much as I do.
Right. That's love, though, homie. That's love.
And it's no wonder.
You calling all the way from the coast to the west coast. That's love.
And it's no wonder that they're two of the most spiritual artists that I've come across, Mase and Nipsey. So it makes sense. They're the two people that we've seen hold themselves accountable to their conscience more so than the rest of the industry, at least to some degree. At some point in their life, we seen them try to stand for things that were deeper than material.
You can tell. You
Let me try to locate.
That's love. That's love. You was praying everything. You let us know that you're a real one and that you believe in God.
Do you hear what he said? He said, I changed his life. He reminded me of a moment when, see, y'all got to understand the conversation that he's referring to is he and I being in a recording booth.
How you change your life like that?
He and I being in a recording booth, and Prodigy, y'all remember the song Pearly Gates on the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, where Prodigy chose to get at God and Jesus, like fuck you and all that? Well,
oh yeah, right.
We was around when Prodigy recorded that verse, and we was just hearing it behind the scenes before it was released. So I can recall that the conversation started off about that. And Mase, Mase being the one that everybody knew had the most spiritual and religious experience or background, he was in the booth, and him and Prodigy was discussing that initially. And I believe when I inserted myself in the conversation, niggas was surprised I had the interest in spirituality or the knowledge that I had. So once I got in the conversation, it went from me and Mase getting that, because at that time I was really a lot more heavily Protestant and Christian, so I didn't really like the way Prodigy was getting at Jesus or God in that verse at all. So I was really trying to defend I was trying to defend the concept of Jesus and God, and Prodigy was trying to explain his position, and Mase was kind of like on my side. But that conversation just kind of morphed into me discussing my spiritual background and experience with Mase in comparison to his, and that's how we got into that dialogue where I believe I shared those words with him that really impressed him, that I wasn't even realizing I was making that impact. That's why it's very important when you think about the idea of planting the seeds. A lot of time Christians and religious people get it fucked up because they're taught even through the scriptures that all you're supposed to do is plant the seed and wait on the Holy Spirit to come along later on and do what it do. But so many times people try to force their idea, their concepts, and their doctrine onto you. But I just, here it is 15 years later.
He ain't nothing like that. He ain't like that dude Bishop Whitehead. He ain't nothing like Bishop Whitehead.
No. How many cats is Mase calling in today live just to lend his voice and his presence?
You the first one I heard, homie. That's why I said that's big. That's real big.
Oh, my mama. But I don't want to just get.
So you have to be like that, for not to be a big celebrity and shit. That was big, homie. That was real big. That was love.
I agree. I agree as well, man. And just to be humble and to walk in the humility that he even possesses. Let's get off of that.
Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
BLACBOX Production. BLACBOX Production.